One of the benefits of having your own small YouTube channel is that every now and then somebody will send you something for free. Now the cost of running your own small YouTube channel in time and equipment makes this financially the same as somebody smashing up my car with a baseball bat but then inflating my tyres to the recommended pressure. But it still makes me warm inside, so who cares? And incorrectly inflated tyres is no joking matter. So first up today is this, which is only going to be an unboxing. It is going to get tested properly though really soon. Now, as anybody that watches the channel will know, I am a big GoPro user. In fact, the very first things I filmed that ended up on here was my motorcycling trips, all done with GoPros. Currently I've got the Max 360 and the GoPro 9. Any footage of me outside or underwater is likely to have been shot on one of these. But they have their downsides, and I'm hoping this might address them. So this is an Insta360 Go2, a very tiny action camera. Now there are some things that a GoPro can do that this will not be able to, but a GoPro is a bit of a lump. And I don't use half the features, so I'm hoping that the things this is missing are things I won't really care about, and I'll just be left with a really tiny usable camera. And I've got to be honest, pet strap mount, they know the way to my heart, or Nixon's. Okay, so my plan to test this properly is next weekend I am running 10k obstacle course race, Forest Warrior, where because I'm going to be going at speed over obstacles, lugging the GoPro around is not ideal. It's okay on long runs where I can just stick it in my backpack and then whip it out, and not on a fast race it won't be any good. So hopefully this will. So let's have a quick look at it. Oh wow, it's tiny. Actually, this is a little bit more exciting than I thought it might be. That is really small. You could stick that anywhere. Okay, lots of instructions. I'm all bits and pieces. This is just a very, very quick unboxing. But already, I like this. It has a little charging case that acts as a remote control as well for the camera. The camera is minute. I'm gonna need like a head strap or something. There must be a means of attaching it to my head for running. Although to be honest, I can stick it anywhere, it's so small. I might need to strap this on the dog before the weekend. Okay, how do you attach that to the dog? How to use pet strap mount. Put the strap on your pet. Gonna strap it on the dog. Okay, distractions. Proper test after I've used it on the dog and at Forest Warrior. So tiny. Okay, back on track. Let's talk about the thing I really wanted to talk about today, which is these Naenka bone conducting headphones, which I have been using for a while. Here they are. Now, when you talk about bone conducting headphones, let's talk about the obvious, which is this, Aftershocks. These are the Go2 brand for stuff like this. I've owned 2 different pairs of these, including these, the latest Aeropex. So before diving into the Naenkas, let's talk about what I think of these, the competition. When I first got these, I thought it was simply going to be a price issue. Aeropex will cost you £150. These, with the code that's in my description down below, are going to come in at around $110 shipped. That's about £80, not far off half price. There's actually a bit more to it, because when I looked into the specs, Aeropex are rated at IPX7, which means they can get wet just like an iPhone X can. They should be able to withstand a short dunk underwater. They can certainly handle sweat and rain. But having watched Jenna's iPhone X die very quickly, I can confirm IPX7 is not waterproof. Not as waterproof as the clownfish that we're trying to take photos of anyway. Also, Aeropex are Bluetooth, so it plays what's on your phone. It can't store anything. They're not a standalone solution for music on the go. In contrast, these are IPX8. You could swim in them, literally. And they have MP3 storage as well as Bluetooth. Now, Aftershocks do have a model that will give you IPX8 waterproof and MP3. the X-Trainer Z, but you get no Bluetooth and they cost almost £140 still. So Naenka are potentially giving you more options for a lot less money. Now Aftershokz do have the older models from before the Aeropex for a better price, but if you're getting Aftershokz, you really want the latest model because it does improve on a lot of minor issues. So with Naenka, you get Bluetooth 5, IPX8, 33 grams in weight, 8 gigabytes of onboard storage for MP3 and a magnetic charging point. Now on this point of the charging lead, I'd mentioned in an old Aftershokz video how good it was compared to the old plug-in style charger, and people moaned that if you lost your charging lead, you couldn't use a standard cable, so it was a downside. No, it's not. This is super convenient. It makes water ingress far less likely. Don't lose it. Don't lose your earphones either. Problem solved. Now, in case you are new to bone conduction, here's how these work. The earpods don't go over your ears. The sound is transmitted through vibrations and conducted through your bones, which means your ears are free to hear anything around you, which is why these are often the only style of earphones that are allowed at organised races where you need to be listening to marshals and be aware of other runners around you. In fact, that's the very reason I got Aftershokz in the first place, was so I could have music at races that banned earphones. Now when you first put these on, they do take some getting used to. Initially you think, oh, that's really clever, I can hear it. And after 30 seconds you realise it's not the sound that you're used to from your Beats or your iPhone pods or something. It's easy to be disappointed. But once you start exercising, it all makes sense. Running with music or any activity means the primary focus should be running. This is background music or podcast or whatever. Sure, if you are sat on the sofa at 10 o'clock in the evening with a nice glass of something and you're unwinding to your Rocky soundtrack, this is not how you would listen to it. But when you're outdoors with traffic and wind and your own breathing all compromising your audio experience, this is perfect. I've got Beats Pro earphones. I never use them outside. Now I have these. These let me run and be aware of my surroundings, whether that's cars coming as I'm trying to cross the road, or a marshal on a race telling me I've gone the wrong way, or if I'm actually out in the woods on my own to feel like I'm in the woods. Wind in the trees, splashing through puddles, sounds I don't want to block out. I want to feel like I'm running through the woods. But I might also want to be listening to my latest Sam Harris podcast at the same time. And possibly the most important benefit, safety. I'm lucky, as a larger man, I don't give much thought to encountering problems. I run through some pretty ropey parts of town on occasion. I'm an unlikely target for anybody with ill intentions, but not everyone is so lucky. I know from running forums that I'm on, a lot of women in particular are very conscious of who's around them when they're out alone. Shutting off your ability to hear is unwise when you want your wits about you. Now, so I've used these for a while. What do I think? They are good. My longest go with these was on a mountain race that I did in Wales a few weeks ago, and they let me just zone out and run. Listening to Sam, rabbit away, but still able to hear other runners coming up behind me that I might need to get out of the way for, or for traffic on the road sections, or just the sounds of being up a mountain. I don't want to run in a sound booth of nothing but my music. I want the music adding to everything around me, and that's what these did. Now, the one thing I haven't used yet is the MP3 feature, but I'm going to soon, because on short runs under an hour, 5, 10K stuff, I don't carry anything. No running vest, nowhere to stash a phone. I want to be able to run fast and be unencumbered by storage belts and backpacks and stuff. So no Bluetooth. And I'm not being one of those armband people. You get yourself an armband, next thing you know, you've got to get a little water bottle with a handhold. It is a very slippery slope. But now and then it would be cool to have some music, maybe a fast park run. I'm going for a PB maybe. This, stick some uploaded music onto it, hearts on fire, off I go. So in conclusion, these are great for running, paddleboarding, kayaking. Bone conduction is all I wear for stuff like that. I don't cycle with music, but if I did, I would definitely use these. I also don't lift weights with music, mainly because I use music to zone out and maintain a steady but tough pace on long cardio sessions. It basically distracts me from the endurance activity that I'm doing. In the gym, I want to focus all the time. I arrive, I work hard till I leave, I get most done than people wandering around for twice as long with giant headphones on, humming along to whatever. But if I did want gym music, the issue I'd have with these is that most gyms are obviously playing their own music, and I better hear that at the same time. So that's going to depend on your gym. That aside, they are recommended. Aftershokz are also very good. But if I didn't own either, I wanted to buy one pair, I can't see why I'd spend more for less. Hopefully you found that useful and interesting. Gear reviews on this channel are few and far between. Most of my stuff is on getting fit, staying fit, listening to a bit of Rocky. If that sounds like your thing, please like and subscribe. Next video now is going to be after Forest Warrior, where I'll be doing that 10K run, wearing my earphones and filming with my little Diddy camera. It is so small and cute. I mean, you can stick it anywhere. Mind boggles. So check back for that. Right now, I am out of here.